won and won a lot as competitive. Just because Tom Brady has won 6 Super Bowls, that doesn't mean he wanted it more than the guys that lost. Skip, a lot of things have to go well outside of Tom playing well. And when you play a team sport, I can see it. Now, individual sports, Skip, okay, you want to say boxing and Floyd Mayweather or y'all, I get it. Mixed martial arts, I get it. But when you play in a team sport, no. So by this, since Tom Brady won 6, Bill Russell is the most competitive guy ever, because he has 11 championships. Since we want to do it because he won, no, I do not believe Tom is, and there's no way to definitively quantify it, but just by saying because he won and he gets fired up, there's a split personality. But to make a long story short, sorry for the filibuster, no, I do not.
Shannon Sharpe, I have been trying to explain this to you for 4 long years on this show. When it comes to cold-blooded clutchness, the closest thing we've ever seen to Michael Jeffrey Jordan is Thomas Brady.
So he's more competitive than Jordan.
I don't even have time to get
Is he more competitive than Jordan, yes or no?
I just said the closest thing.
No. But Joe Judge said he's the fiercest competitor all time.
As fierce is what he said. As fierce.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no, I disagree.
Here's what keeps misleading you. Tom Brady is a wolf in sheep's clothing, because off the field he doesn't look the part or act the part of this cutthroat killer on the football field who turns into Psycho Tom. You just can't see past all the nerdy, cliched, geeky, lame social media posts from Tom Brady, and you say, what is he doing? That's not the way a franchise quarterback should act. But you can't see through your hatred of Brady to the fourth quarter performances. He's only won 6 Super Bowls with 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime. That's impossibly great. That is actually beyond Jordan, because he's had more opportunities to be clutch than Jordan did.
So he wanted it more than the guys that he beat. They didn't want it. Tom just wanted it more. So that's the way we define it?
No, he just did it.
Okay,
At the highest level in the biggest game in your sport.
Yes.
He took the game over 6 times in the fourth quarter. Actually, 7 times, 8 times, because he took one over against Eli and should have closed that deal, and Belichick's defense said, here, we'll give it back to you, Eli.
Kind of like Pete Carroll decided to say, here, Russ, give it back to Tom Brady like that.
I thought that was the right call. You put in the... You love Russell Wilson, right?
Stop it.
Well, do you not love him?
So, no, hold on.
Good pass.
So let me ask you a question. So the Russell Wilson we see today, that was the same Russell Wilson back then?
I think it was.
Stop, Skip.
Carroll was saying that. That's what he said. I want the ball in his hands.
Yep. You and I both know that was a beast mode-led Legion of Boom team.
All I know is that in the fourth quarter of that game against the Legion of Boom, Tom Brady threw for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns and brought them back from 24 to 14 down against a legendary defense.
And he did that.
Legendary.
And that was because he was more competitive than the defense.
Well, he's the most competitive quarterback I've ever seen, and that's no disrespect to your guy, John Elway, or names Joe Montana.
But that's not
he's
what
just done it more than those guys have on the biggest stage.
Okay, Skip, to say he's competitive, but there's no way to really quantify this because he's won. So if we're going to just base it on winning, shouldn't Bill Russell be number 1?
Look at what he did in AFC championship games at Kansas City in overtime against my homeboy. He converts 3 straight 3rd and 10s to drive them in for the game-winning score. How about against Saxonville?
So let me ask you a question.
With 20 stitches in the palm of his throwing hand, he throws for 138 in the fourth quarter and brings them from 20 to 10 down to get them to another Super Bowl.
So I guess he wasn't competitive last year against Tennessee.
How can you argue against what you see? What do you see from it?
I just want to know. I just want to know. So was he competitive? Was he the most fiercest competitor last year against the Titans at home? A simple yes or simple no?
No, there's no simple answer to that, because yesterday you gave in to him and gave it up, and you said, you know what? I was so wrong about Tom Brady because he didn't have any receivers.
Okay, but I'm saying, was he not competitive? Was he not fierce competitive then?
I told you what he did at the end of the year last year with nothing left in the cupboard. He had them in position to win the 2 seed.
When Joe Flacco went to New England and beat him twice, was he not a fierce competitor then?
No, I mean, he loses something. He's mortal.
Okay.
He's human.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
He's been in 9 Super Bowls, and in another one that he lost, all he did was throw for an all-time playoff record, 505. And Belichick's defense gave up 41 to a guy you have no respect for, Nick Foles.
But here's the thing.
A journeyman.
But you see, when he loses, it's everybody. So we don't mention nothing about the fierce competitor when he loses. Only when he wins.
Joe Judge knows because he saw it up close and personal.
Joe Judge.
Just leave it at that.
No Judge
Just
Judy.
leave it. No comment there. We're going to let it play out. We'll let the game play out. Guys, question, has LeBron turned L.A. into the city of champions?
Yes!
Undisputed. Orlando, great to have you. I'm going to start with you. Will AB work out in Tampa?
I think it does. The situation is a great situation for him. He doesn't have to be like the guy right away, but he's going to be a serious weapon. I compliment Tom Brady, Bruce Arians, Jason Light for that signing, and it just keeps getting better. The rich keep getting richer.
Mm-hmm. I agree with Joe. I think it'll work for the simple fact it's only going to be half a season. So, and plus, if we were to believe what BA said, is that I sat down and I had a great conversation with him. I think that's the thing that you have to do when you bring these guys in, no matter, what the situation is. Let's talk about what our expectations are from you. And it's a very short line here. There's only one way to do things. It's my way or you're on trail way. There is no late for meetings, not even one. There is no missed practice or late for practice, not even one. So, go ahead.
But as a player, and I think you can relate to this as a player, you respect honesty. So if that's the true conversation that him and BA had, and it was an honest conversation, and he told him what he wanted, and he laid it out, and Antonio laid out what he was going to be, but BA's got to stick to that. If Antonio's late one time, if he results back to that behavior because he's not getting the ball, he's got to stick to his word, because Antonio is a hell of a player, but he's one of those people you got to kind of keep your thumb on. You got to kind of keep, if you go back and you look what happened with the Steelers, early on, he was great. He was fantastic. Even Ryan Clark said it. But once he got better and once the success started to creep in, it was one of those guys that they seen. Once you paid him, you weren't going to be able to control him.
Right. And you allowed him to be late. So 5 minutes turned into 10 minutes, turned into, like, later for this, Skip. Oh, practice? Practice? What we need that for? Because, but here's the thing. And then it got to the point where he became, like you said, he became uncontrollable. And then he started bucking on anybody that would challenge him. Like, AB, don't do that. What you mean? I'm a 6-time I'm a Pro Bowl. I'm all this, all that. But now he understands. After being away from the league is going to survive. Remember, he went on IGRO and says, I'm going to do things my way. If they don't want to play by my rules, they're not going to play. I'm not going to play. He found out the NFL has been in business for now 101 years. They're going to be in a business for another 101, and they'll be in there without Antonio Brown. He understands that now. So hopefully I hope it works out, because I believe that he's paid his debt to the NFL. Now, they got some other things going on. He's going to have to pay his debt to society, whatever that case may be. But the NFL says he's free and clear with us. So I hope it works out. But like you said, he's a guy you got to keep your hand on, because at least when you least expect it, he going to be AB. AB going to be AB. So BA needs to be BA.
I'm sorry. I'm calling baloney on your last statement. You do not hope it works out. You hate Tom Brady.
No,
you don't want to see Tom Brady win another Super Bowl.
Skip, it doesn't change my life. It doesn't.
It changes your life in that seat every day.
Why?
Because it's hotter and hotter. You're wronger and wronger.
He wins another Super Bowl because he linked up with great talent, because that's what you said about LeBron. LeBron won all the talent. So now, what you criticize LeBron for, you praise Tom Brady for. Getting all the talent, right?
But time out.
Yeah.
You were the one who went on the record about Antonio Brown and said there's no way you'd have him on your team.
No, that's not my team.
Okay.
I'm talking about me.
If Tom Brady makes it work with AB, goes and wins a Super Bowl with Antonio Brown, who the Steelers couldn't control and the Raiders just blew apart with.
1 second, Skip. But AB is a guy that when he respects you, he stays in line. He lost all respect for Ben Roethlisberger. That's why he started to buck him. He lost all respect for Mike Tomlin. He started to buck him. I don't think he ever had respect for Mike Mayock or whatever. What's the guy that's the
Mayock
GM down there? Mayock. So you see that blew up. I don't think he ever respected Gruden. That blew up. You know, the guy ain't going to practice, complaining about a helmet. But then he gets down there to New England and everybody say, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And look what happened in the first game. You know, that was cut short by some other issues that AB has going on that he has to handle. But you, as a Tampa Bay Bucks, you can never have too much talent. And at the end of the day, if the talent fits with the